was 7 years old when I was told, pray to God so you can love your God. And when life got cold, I was told, pray to God so you can love your God. It was always my fault if I hurt. Praying somehow made it worse, but I've heard it said a new way, and I have hope for a new day. Love you, God, with every heartbeat. I've always wondered what it means. Adonai, our God is with me. So I'm gonna use my hands and feet. Loving God is loving others free. I've seen the flames and ashes too, so I move because I love my God. And the sound of pain, it rings like truth, so I move because I love my God. And when you hear them crying outside your door, let them know they're not alone anymore. They have it out all night.
Good morning, friends. Happy Tuesday. How are you? As you can tell, I am crocheting this morning. I still have to get up and go walk on the treadmill, but this morning it is just foggy out and it's 34 degrees and it's a rainy day, so it's the type of day that for me, I just want to veg, drinking my coffee and just crochet or knit. So today I am crocheting on my star blanket. I'm on the last round of one of the repeats, and I'm only on the second skein of each color, so I still got at least 2 more skeins to go. And I'm using Big Twist. That was from Joann's at the time when the closing happened that my daughter got me at Christmas time. So, but I've been looking at, I'm in the mood of doing blankets, crochet blankets. So I watched this YouTuber who was saying about these easy, mindless crochet projects that we can do as far as blankets go. Because there is a thing called, I can't remember what she called it, something, I can't remember, because it had the word laziness in it, but it was like a mental thing that we need something for our minds to just relax. And it's kind of like this star blanket I'm doing right now. I don't have to look at the pattern except for to see, okay, which, you know, is this the row of the double crochets or this the single crochet or what I have to do. But I can pretty much now go from the beginning all the way around knowing what I have to do. So but I've been wanting to crochet again into the blankets, not big blankets. I was thinking more like lap gans, which are like, what, they like 36 by 40 or something like that. So, and she had some beautiful designs up there. One was a ripple stitch by Hook by Robin. I like that one. And there was a Granny Smith stripe panel one by Brianna Westcott. I like that too, but I like doing granny stitch. So 1, 2, 3. I'm just trying to figure out where my peak is on my start point right here. So while Mr. Jerry's in town, instead of me sitting in front of the camera, I thought I would chit chat to you this way. So I got laundry going, you know, the everyday stuff that you need to do, and I should make bread. I just checked it, it's still good. I could wait until tomorrow. So my thought is that hopefully this afternoon we're going and try to finish that one quilt, get it sewn together as much as I can. I did start on that second sock yesterday. I got the cuff done and I'm just starting. When I say just starting, the leg, like one row in. So I put that down to give this some attention because I'd like to get this done too. I did start that doily yesterday. Part 3, I got part 1 and 2 done. Part 3 came out last night. So I have to do that yet. I say I have to. You really don't have to do anything you don't want to, do you? But I'm sitting here trying to think, what can I do for this coming year for gifts or donations? So I just been looking at stuff like that, and part of me thinks, you know, I'm a type of crafter who likes to create, but not everybody enjoys getting the gift, if you know what I mean. And I do have yarn that I can use for these blankets, but I'm like everybody else who likes to go buy some new every once in a while. I think that's why I started this blanket, was because it was like, well, it's new yarn to me. And so it was, what can I use it for? And I still have yarns out there that I can use that she gave me, that I think that I will look at one of those free patterns to see what I can do, because it's a brown with a red and like a gold yellow color that I can put into it, and I can always find some other colors to put into it. So, but it's just enough to get me motivated to crochet, because when I started learning, crochet was my #1 thing. That's all I ever did. I didn't knit. I ended up teaching myself to knit by watching YouTubers and their tutorials and stuff. And then I got into the sock knitting. But the sock knitting, I used to be able to do a pair of socks in probably 2-3 days. But all those years of doing that, my hands now don't like it. So, but I always come back to my crochet. It's very soothing to me and very, you know, relaxing. So, but other than that, I'm just kind of watching YouTube while talking to you now. But watching YouTube as I go around this round. And when I get this round done, I'm going to go hop on the treadmill. This week I've told myself that I'm not going to push myself on the treadmill because it's too easy for me to sit there and say I have to do 30 minutes. And I found that if I get on the treadmill and I tell myself, okay, just do 10 minutes, and I do 10 minutes, and before you know it, 10 minutes is up, and I'll go, okay, you can do at least 5 more minutes. And I keep doing that. Now, yesterday I only did 20 because it'd been several days, and so today I will shoot for the 20 minutes. And who knows, maybe when I get that 20-minute mark, I'll say, okay, you can do at least 5 more minutes. So, but, oh, and I looked up that English paper. Oh, Mr. Jerry's home, so you'll hear him. See, he just walked in. He got home way before I thought he would. So, but like I was saying, I looked up that English paper piecing pattern I showed you yesterday that I did. He's taking care of groceries. And it was free last year, and this year it's not free anymore. It's like $2.50 a clue. I'm on clue 3 and there's 13 clues. But when I look it up, I think I can figure it out without paying for it. She actually still lists the color combos, how many you need, and what it should look like. So, but anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. It's been 10 minutes. So thanks for crocheting along with me. And I will make sure that I get on and say hello to you later today. Hey my friends, welcome back. It is now later in the day, and we got coffee today. Got coffee in my mug. It is a Michigan mug. It is made by a local person here in our town, Hastings. This is the second one. The first one I bought myself. And then for Christmas, Mr. Jerry got me this one because who's getting who? He really likes them. But it's because the handles are so easy to hold. So, but you would have saw I did do the treadmill. It was difficult today. It was the first time that I hit this mental block, it felt like. I just felt like I wasn't in it mentally. 15 minutes hit, and then it was like, I'm over this. I'm done. And I thought, no, you can do 5 more, because I was watching a YouTube thing on her top 10 easy crochet blankets, mindless crochet blankets. And so that got me to 20 minutes. And then I thought, okay, shoot for 25, because I was doing 30. And got to 25, Mr. Jerry came out, and I was about in tears. And he's looking at me, and he says, are you hurting? I said, no. He goes, is it mental? And I said, yes. I said, it's just like I hit this roadblock that says, you're done. Just get off. You're done. And I said, I don't want to give up on myself. So he stood there, and we talked and everything. And I did get the 30 minutes in, so you would have saw that. But it was enough to bring me to tears when I got done. I'm not sore. I mean, I went and sat down. I could feel it in my hips. I always do. And then I rested. But it was just that, you know, I don't know. It's just hard to explain unless you've been there, I guess. But anyways, I got that done. I am trying a new bread recipe. It's called a German farmer's bread. And it's pretty close to what I do, except for it still has the yeast in it. It has the water in it. It has the sugar. And then it has the olive oil. And it has flour. And it has salt. I mean, those are all that I make our bread out of. But the difference with this is that when, and the gal didn't say how long to knead it for, but I just kneaded it in my stand mixer, 10 minutes like I do my other. And then I let it rise covered for 90 minutes. That's what she suggested. And that's how I do my other one. The only difference is this one, you put it on a tray with parchment paper, and, she put a little flour on her parchment paper because she said it would stick, because her dough was sticking. Mine wasn't sticking. But all you do is you just take it out of the bowl, and you just basically mound it into, once you punch it down, she suggests, you know, kneading it for, you know, a minute to get the air bubbles out of it. And she just squished it back into like a ball, and put it on the parchment paper, covered it up, let it rest for 45 minutes, and then you're going to put it in the oven. So I won't be talking forever, because I got to get that in the oven pretty soon. But what it did was I kind of shaped it into the ball that kind of was like an oblong, and like a loaf. She says you could bake it in the loaf pan, but it's made to be not that way. And it looks good. I mean, it's looking good. So she said it's great in soups. It's great for toast. It's great for sandwiches. So we'll see. Hers it's not like it's a hard crust on top, because when she took hers out, you know, she put the butter over it and stuff. And it'll just be interesting to see if he likes the texture, the flavor of this. It's just that sometimes it's nice to do something a little different. So, but I had my lunch. I watched Dish with Dee, because she did a thing on the new Weight Watchers. She's attended like 2 Weight Watchers Zooms. And I've been trying to find the Zooms that talk about the upcoming plan that's coming up. And if you want to know more about it, you know, look up Dish with Dee. It's her latest one. And I agree with her. I'm not impressed if that's what they're saying. And until I hear it myself or I see it, I know she says that she read right on there that it's like a 4-week thing. It's not like our other stuff where it is flexible, because to me it doesn't sound flexible, because they're requiring you to do 6 things, whether it's of tracking between your food, your strength training, your sleep, stress, and I can't remember the others, to get this new body scan thing or whatever it is. And it sounds like there's no more weeklies if you toggle it over to it. It's a flatline base, she said, of 23 points, no extras. They're promoting you to eat more whole foods. And she asked a couple questions, but she says no one answered her, which, you know, means that they probably don't know the answer. But instead of saying, I don't know, call the chat, you know, the 24/7 chat line, they just kind of glossed it over and moved on. So, for me, I have an Android phone and it hasn't switched at all. She says that she has a couple things on hers, but it's not fully switched. But, you know, it does say that if you're doing the diabetic plan or you live with a diabetic, that this new all-in, is what they're calling it, is not for you, because it isn't basically made for a diabetic. They said you'd be better off doing the maintenance mode, and that you will still lose on it. You might have to talk to your provider, your doctor, about adjusting your meds or your, you know, what you eat or whatever. But, and it's nothing that's set in stone. I mean, you can, it's meant to be on it for 4 weeks and then toggle back to the, I guess, the old plan. And it sounds to me like it's made to help you lose weight faster. But I don't know about you, but 23 points for a gal here who is supposed to eat close to 1,800 calories, and I get 32 points. 23 to me sounds like not enough. Let's just say that. But anyways, go watch Dish with Dee if you're on Weight Watchers. You want to know more, or maybe you've heard more if you've went to a meeting or went to a Zoom meeting and the virtual. Yeah. So, you know, I'm not going to say henny penny, the sky is falling. I'm going to wait to see what it does, and I'd be more interested in see what the maintenance plan looks like if they're saying that. But, you know, if this is the way that it's going to go, because they said you don't have to switch, so it's like a toggle. Maybe it's like the menopause thing. I don't know. I'm frumpy today. I'm wrinkly. I'm getting old. Anyways, so I did not make it into the sewing room. I just got done eating, and I thought he's out in his area working, and this is a perfect time to come in so I can go talk to you, go pop the bread in the oven, and then I can go out and edit this to get this up. But because I haven't done any crafts or anything since I talked to you, because I finished that round on that crochet on that star blanket, and then I got up and started the bread, and while that was rising, got on the treadmill and then had lunch, and, you know, watched a couple of YouTube videos as I had my lunch, and now I'm in here chit-chatting with y'all. But I just, today, this afternoon, the fog is getting thicker, and, you know, it's a gloomy winter day. So, but anyways, my friends, I'm going to let you go, because I really do need to go get that bread in the oven, because it's got to bake 25 to 30 minutes. So I'll do the 25 and see what it looks like and take a temperature of it. Most breads are like 190 or more. And if it needs to go that additional 5 minutes, because our bread, it says 30 minutes. I usually do 33. So we'll just see. But this is baked at 375, where the other bread is baked at 350. So I'll do the 25 so I don't burn it. But anyways, thanks for stopping by. And I hope you all are doing well. And one of these times I'm going to get back in here to start sewing and stuff. But today just doesn't feel like the day. I don't know why, but it just doesn't. I have to force myself sometimes. But anyways, tell me below if you're working on anything, and, you know, or just say, hey. It's that time of year that we all need to reach out and say hey to each other. So, hey, my friends, till we can meet again. Hopefully on Wednesday. This week is flying by. See you soon.
I promise you I'll be there.